Commissioner, good morning. I myself want to also thank you, you and the governor, for your flood relief efforts. I'm going to ask you two questions, one relating to Bel Air and one relating to fracking. Bel Air. Do you believe that putting Bel Air under order, that Bel Air will be better off in terms of getting the sufficient resources and keeping up the maintenance of effort that had been done under the DEC jurisdiction?
I do.
Okay. The other thing that I have a concern about Bel Air, under the Sage Commission report, I think there were 10 members going to 11, giving Bel Air one vote. I would ask you to consider adding, going up to 13 and giving Bel Air 3 votes as an amendment to the budget, so they would have a stronger voice, 3 out of 13 as opposed to 1 out of 11. And that could be done with an amendment to the budget, I think administratively, rather than me putting in separate legislation trying to get that done post-budget. Just something to consider. Okay? As to hydrofracking, do you have an opinion as to whether or not hydrofracking can be done safely with the proper regulations and monitoring?
I have said in the past that I believe with the proper oversight and with state-of-the-art regulations it can be done safely. But I want to give deference to the tens of thousands of comments we received, again, which are very detailed, technical. So I haven't drawn a final conclusion on the topic. I think, again, we have a very, very credible program that we proposed in the past, and I have a lot of confidence not only in my staff, but for other state agencies that are involved in the process. We obviously consulted extensively with the Department of Health on many issues. So I'm very confident of where we are, but we got a lot of good public information, or information from the public rather, and until we've completed the review of that process, I don't want to pretend that I've predetermined the outcome here.
Okay. I think you'll be approaching 4 years in studying this subject. Do you have an opinion as to a timetable when we can get closure on this issue?
Well, 2 issues. I mean, one, we have a mountain of comments to go through, and it will take months to complete that process. Months, not years. And then there's the resource issue, and that obviously depends on both the executive and the legislative branches getting together to make sure that DEC and Department of Health and other state agencies are properly equipped to oversee the industry. So it's a 2-step process and obviously involves all of you in that decision.
Okay. Last but not least, just a comment. I would think that we could require the industry to put up money in order that we could have monitors on the site, and they should pay for it. So that's something I'm sure you're looking at, and you're going to consider regulations. And the other thing I believe is that we can ask the oil and gas industry, if you give the green light, that it can proceed in a safe manner without hurting our water, that they have to post bonds, whether it's for any kind of environmental damage or damage to property or person. Put the burden on them as part of your regulations. I practiced law for many years, and we've done this for other people that want to come on someone's land. So just things to consider. I'm sure you've considered it, and it's part of your analysis. I thank you for all your efforts.
Thank you, Senator.